Alright, time for the next episode review of Steven Universe, and this episode was pretty good. It's a nice little slice of life episode. It actually makes you think on a few things, actually. Makes you think on a few little things here and there, and it kind of confirms one other thing that I think a lot of people have been thinking about. So the episode in a nutshell is pretty much Jamie the mailman, coming back, and he apparently, the reason why he's been gone is that he was trying to get a acting career going, but he screwed up, but he got rejected horribly and came back, and now he's in love with Garnet. And Connie and Steven are trying to figure out what to do exactly about this whole situation. So what do? They try to make a love letter after Garnet rejects them, and here's the interesting thing I want to bring up first, so that we see Garnet coming out of the sea, that apparently she's looking for Lapis and Jasper. And she looked in the entire bottom of the sea and couldn't find them. So it makes you think, what the hell happened to Lapis and Jasper? Are they deep into the ocean? Are they that deep in the sea? Or did Peridot find them, or did they escape and go their separate ways? Because I'm pretty damn sure Lapis didn't exactly go, part ways with Jasper. Lapis and Jasper probably didn't part ways as friends. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so I'm really curious, and there's apparently an upcoming episode which I'll talk about in a bit, and, give my thoughts on that in a minute. Anyway, so what was I going to say? What was I going to say about this episode? Damn it, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how that plot point's going to, go further, because, Peridot's missing, Peridot is on Earth, we haven't seen her, and Lapis and Jasper are MIA. So really curious to see that plot point go further. Also, another thing that that really kind of confirms something that some people have been like, well, no, they're not like that. No, they actually, there's a hilarious moment when, Jamie writes this letter, the love letter to Garnet, and Steven says, well, that ain't happening. And Garnet, Steven explains to Connie that, Garnet is a relationship because she's, not only because she's a fusion, but because, Ruby and Sapphire are so in love with one another that they can't stand to be apart. And Garnet says three's a crowd. So I wonder if they just subconsciously torpedoed the PearlNet ship right there. Then again, that's probably because she didn't want to be around a human, or something like that. We still don't know how gem relationships work exactly. But yeah, it does pretty much for some people who are like, no, they're not really like that. Yeah, Ruby and Sapphire are, for lack of a better word, they are like that. They are very much like that. They are in a relationship, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy that we got I know that they're getting away with it by saying, gems don't really have a gender, but I did find out that Cartoon Network gave them creative rights, gave the crew of Steven Universe, Rebecca Sugar and everyone else on board, they gave them the artistic opportunity to explain certain things, especially the LBG, anything delving with gay and lesbian characters. They're saying, Cartoon Network is actually being cool about it and be like, yeah, do what you want. We're fine with whatever. So I guess hopefully, I wonder if that applies to the other cartoons or just them, because they were very open, they were very okay with what happened in Clarence. If you didn't see, Clarence, two men kissed in one episode, and it kind of alludes that there is another character who's gay in the show, and they did have to edit it out because of angry letters. So I'm wondering, how they're getting away with it because they're, Ruby and Sapphire don't really have gems, they don't really, even though they look female, they're not really female. I wonder if they're getting away with by that, but yeah, Cartoon Network said, yeah, we're cool with this. So, good on you, Cartoon Network. You still made the horrible fuck-up of, that is, Teen Titans Go, but you do something right here. You're doing good here. Anyway, what else did I want to talk about here? Nothing really else other than, Garnet pretty much talking to Jamie, saying that, you weren't even in love, you were just acting. You were just pulling all the stops, and you fooled yourself into believing it. You're a really good actor. So, yeah, it's a nice little story, and there's actually some hilarious moments, especially how Steven delivers that moment after he reads that letter that Jamie wrote, and he said, Well, that ain't happening. So I thought that was a pretty hilarious moment right there. The other thing, another great moment was when he's like, "Oh, is that all your other love letters to Garnet?" And he's like, "No, that's the other letters I had to send on my route." To which Steven has this pause and is like, "We'll help you pick them up." So like, oh, that's so funny. But yeah, there is some really great comic delivery here, and again, this episode feels like the next few episodes, which I'll get into now. The next few episodes look like they're going to be dealing with a lot of bigger stuff. Apparently, because the next episode is going to deal with, it's going to be called Reformed, and it's dealing with an episode where where Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl go looking for one of the gems inside of the temple that got loose. So I'm thinking, here's my thought, and I could be easily wrong on this, is that what happens is that the Centibeetle has gotten out, the Centibeetle mother has gotten out again, and is now is going to regenerate into its original form. It's actually going to regenerate into its new form. I mean, its original crystal gem form, and maybe join the gems. That's my headcanon right now. I could easily be wrong on that. The next episodes are going to be really interesting. There's going to be another two-parter, which delves into something that I've been talking about, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have been talking about as well, is that Ronaldo is going to be doing some investigative research, and talking to Beach City saying that, hey, are the gems good enough for this city? So he's pretty much going to be, like we all thought he was going to be, the J. Jonah Jameson to the gems. He's going to be he's going to be like Jameson. So that's how I kind of, in terms of human antagonist, that's what I thought, Ronaldo was going to be. And the episodes really got me interested. Like, one episode's the two-part is going to be called Rising Tide, and the other one's going to be called Crashing Skies, so maybe this is the return of Peridot and Jasper and Lapis. Maybe this is the return of the Homeworld gems, or maybe it's another Homeworld gem coming down. Who knows? But those titles have got me really interested, and the plots got me really interested too. And after that is another interesting story of Connie training with Pearl to basically learn how to use a sword. Okay, I'm up for that. But yeah, no idea when the two-parter and that story between Connie and Pearl are going to premiere. But the one I talked about, the one with called Reformed, is going to be premiering this week. Well, next week as of this recording, excuse me. But yeah, all in all, nice little. There wasn't a lot I could talk about with that episode, but I did like it. Don't get me wrong, I really did like it. And I thought that had some funny moments, but it's a nice little slice of life episode. Really excited for next week's episode, though, and the episodes following after. So you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. Hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.